Introduction. In the field of business, communication is an integral process that defines how information is gathered, analyzed, and delivered. An individual has to be ready to work hard to achieve a number of goals. Some of the most crucial tasks are to make sure that enough skills are defined and developed and to choose enough coherent facts to involve a listener. It is also important to know the audience and think about the methods that can help share the material. As soon as the field is identified, it is easy for a speaker to understand what aspects and techniques are effective in a particular type of communication. Personal communication. In this paper, attention will be paid to personal communication in business organizations, its characteristics, and common examples. Compared to other forms of organizational communication, personal communication aims at sharing private information, even if it is not directly related to business affairs. In addition, it helps determine individuals' attitudes toward services, employees, and a company in general. Finally, employees get a good chance to study their clients better and recognize their needs and vice versa. The examples include personal conversations either via telephone or face-to-face, emails or handwritten letters, and online chats that are usually available 24/7. Today, many organizations continue using memos where employees define current problems and offer solutions or inform the reader about something crucial in a company. Live speeches are also integral elements of personal communication to persuade, inform, or entertain the audience. Networking strategies. Networking strategies affect the quality of communication at organizational and personal levels in relation to the desired goals, available resources, and current achievements. Tanaka and Horvát identify two types of such strategies, namely structural change and frequency change. Structural change focuses on the connection with people by expanding channels and developing new methods of communication. Such steps as building new relationships and offering different channels must be taken. At the same time, it is normal to delete old contacts, to prioritize the most important clients, and not to follow the crowd, to prove the company's uniqueness. Frequency change networking strategies are used to improve the quality of personal communication. An employee needs to help a client or a colleague and present enough information on a subject. It is not enough to show awareness of something but admit that something remains unknown, and it is high time to learn and investigate. Professional mentoring. Many people mistakenly consider personal communication as something that has to be independently developed and enhanced. In this presentation, attention is paid to how professional mentoring becomes a crucial part of a communication process. To introduce an effective speech, mentors turn out to be solid sources of information. A mentor should listen in order to interpret data and respond within a specific context. It is possible to observe how a professional speaker uses nonverbal techniques and applies the same methods with time. Besides, mentoring is a chance to comprehend the organization, its mission, and values. It is not a shame to ask questions if something is unclear, as poor understanding results in wrong and unprofessional communication with time. A final stage of professional mentoring is to show what is learned and be ready to receive feedback and work on mistakes, if any. Public speaking. Personal communication may have different forms, and public speaking is one of the methods to deliver information and inform people. To succeed in presenting an effective speech, a person should consider 6 elements. The speaker is who initiates the talk. He or she must be prepared, properly aware of a topic, and good-looking. The audience includes people who receive information, either they're 1 to 3 individuals or a group of people. All of them should hear and comprehend the message. Information contains all words, movements, and examples that may be offered to cover the chosen topic. Internal factors like anxiety, fear, confidence, and even past experiences must be properly managed by the speaker. External factors like people's interference, weather, or sound should be analyzed and never distract from the initial purpose. Feedback is something the speaker receives at the end of communication. It may be positive, negative, neutral, or mixed. Still, it is a good ground to make improvements for the future. Listening skills. In personal communication, the development of listening skills cannot be ignored because this process implies people cooperate and exchange information. First, it is necessary to understand why listening is vital in communication. It promotes a better understanding of a topic and contributes to socialization in organizations. When people listen to each other, they establish strong relationships that promote effective problem-solving and decision-making. Second, a person should follow simple techniques to succeed in listening. In most cases, good listeners need to concentrate on what is said, demonstrate engagement, respect for the speaker. As soon as a person stops talking, it is high time to ask questions and summarize the material to be further implemented in business. Expected outcomes. This paper encourages people to learn and choose the most effective strategies for personal communication. The main expected outcomes are to understand the main principles of communication, to share information and know the audience, and to investigate different networking strategies while working with clients. In addition, it is recommended to find a professional mentor who can teach about the principles of public speaking and the development of listening skills. Conclusion. In conclusion, one should remember 5 main aspects of this paper. The goals of personal communication. Will you enumerate its examples? The importance of networking strategies. What are the 2 types of networking strategies? The work of professional mentoring. What can a mentor do? The steps of a good public speech. Do you remember the elements? The development of listening skills. What listening techniques do you know? StudyCorgi.com has everything you need for successful studies. Writing tools, informative articles, and essay samples. Come check it out.